Paul. So, Paul, what are you going to? Huw, what are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing In Flanders by Gurney.
Lovely.
And if we have time, See the Raging Flames Arise from Joshua.
I'm sure we will.
I'm homesick for my hills again, my hills again. To see above the Severn plain, unscovered against the sky, the high blade of Cotswold lie. The giant clouds go royally by jagged Malvern with a train of shadows. Where the land is low, like a huge imprisoning oak. I hear a heart that's sound and high, I hear the heart within me cry, I'm homesick for my hills again, my hills again, Cotswold or Malvern, sun or rain. My hills again.
Hear a pin drop. Wonderful. Really lovely. I love the way you observe the dynamics. I think you take them a little too literally, in that you are doing the pianissimo on the word royally, but you're not expressing what royally means.
Okay,
That's a small criticism, but it's an important one, that the dynamics don't dominate the meaning of the word. So giant clouds go royally by jagged Malvern. Need to get that poetry.
Yeah.
Need to get the image. Have you seen the Malverns?
Yeah. Not in real life.
In profile.
I mean,
Well, yeah. But they are always in this sort of blue light all around the Cotswolds. They're in this sort of teeth. And they have this... And all Gloucestershire is a series of valleys, vales, and so the giant O is the river valley surrounded by the valleys, by the hills around. And so we need to have a bit more of a visualization from you.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if you haven't actually been there, it's preferable, but
Yeah.
Trip to the Cotswolds, I think, Mum. But I think it's certainly worth seeing the landscape that Gurney was writing about, and going for a nice pub lunch or a walk and all of that. Come see me, I live in the Cotswolds. Seriously. But I think it's very important that we get, the dynamics are there to help the singer express the words. So don't let the dynamics dominate. I also thought, as with every song that we do, we need to grab the audience's attention. And if it's too slow, as the beginning was, and that you are beautifully in character, but I felt that it was too introspective. Gurney's already massively introspective. It's important not to pander to that too much, but to be a little more disciplined when we're delivering text. This is where Ben Luxon was so magnificent with his delivery of text in his songs, because he didn't get sentimental. He was completely expressive with his strength, his vowels, his sound, his light and shade, but he never got sentimental. And I think that beginning of the song could benefit from a little more of a text telling us the story. Okay. I'm homesick. It could even have an element of bitterness, maybe, in there. I'm not going to dictate what, because you must have your own interpretation, and it's already very good. I would just love you to think about delivering the text as a story more than personal experience. Okay, sure. You know, he is homesick, but he's also, the soldiers around him are desperately homesick, and it might even be an observation as much as it's his own personal experience. Because there were plenty of other Gloucester people there. It wasn't just himself, you know. They all talked about what it was like to be away from home, and they shared stories about the various places they were from. Yeah. I'm homesick for my hills again. My hills again. Choose one of those words. Could be, you wouldn't be doing my hills again, my hills again, no, my hills again. To see above the Severn plain, unscabbarded against the sky, the blue high blade of Cotswold lie. So blade, don't drop the energy in blade. But if you move it through a bit more, then you won't be short of breath. I thought you did a brilliant performance, by the way, for your first time in front of everyone. So just try with a bit more energy. Yeah. So if we a bit more storytelling, less personal experience. Sure. Okay. Just for an experiment. Yeah.
I'm homesick for my hills again, my hills again. To see above the Severn plain, unscabbarded against the sky, the blue high blade of Cotswold lie.
It's an old one. You don't do yourself any favours by blue high blade. Actually, the most important thing is blue high blade. You know, we're in the alliteration here, world of alliteration. So that's actually more interesting than blue high. Don't worry about that. Don't worry at all. Unscabbarded. Now, unscabbarded means that it's not in its sheath, therefore it's looking rough-hewn and raw. So work with that word. A little energy. Visualize. Not an extraordinary word to choose with regard to a mountain. Well, mountains hardly. More than mountains. But anyway, it's a very unusual word to use. It obviously is referring to the rough-hewn tops. But just bring it alive a bit. Scabbarded against the sky, the blue high blade of Cotswold lie. Okay. right? Don't worry about blue high blade. A blue high blade of Cotswold lie.
Where should we?
To see above the seven.
Yep. To see above the Severn plain, unscabbarded against the sky, the blue high blade of Cotswold lie.
I thought you didn't have to do that first thing in one breath, but the blue is your choice of vowels up there. It's not so much. I feel you're going blaw up there, and you need to sort of slightly lift that note into a higher place, more of an oo, a pure oo sound.
Yeah, sure.
And that you're helped with the L. Blue, blue, not blaw, because blaw, unfortunately, with the pitch will slightly drop and the sound will spread. But if you can lift it into the blue, ooh, ooh, more of an E sound in that vowel than an O. Mm-hmm. And you try that. Don't worry if it doesn't work. We're here to experiment.
To see above the Severn plain, unscabbarded against the sky, the blue high blade of Cotswold lie.
Sorry to interrupt, Paul. Could you get off the word blade? Because you're running out. Blue. That was much better with blue. Did it feel any better? Or no? Just it's not. You won't waste so much energy if you can make the higher notes more connected to the E-oo sound rather than O, because O just stretches everything down, including the pitch. And also you need to lift that into the upper passaggio. So that's it. Blue high, and high is also blue high, I, not blue high blade, blue high blade. All keeping these things in the upper passaggio will mean that you won't waste breath or energy. So you can make the word high also with the soft palate lifted. Blue high blade of Cotswold lie. And if you can get the text out, then you won't be wasting energy on the vowels.
Okay.
To see.
Yep. To see above the Severn plain, unscabbarded against the sky, the blue high blade of Cotswold lie. The giant clouds go jagged Malvern with a train of shadows.
May I stop? You see, he's in this terrible, terrible, terrible trench, and he's imagining the good things about Gloucestershire. That's a good thing, to see the giant clouds leaving their shadow on the ground as they roll by. So there they are, and there's the shadow going like that. And it's a good feeling. So you must enjoy that for our benefit. It must make you feel good. So I would love to see, I'd love to see you as Gurney enjoy that image. Don't worry about it, those stupid dynamics. He was a very cruel writer for some singers. He, like Poulenc, he asked often these nasty quiet notes. But in fact, what he was trying to do was to get a sense of mystery. Go royally, and this key change there is very special. Giant clouds go royally, just royally by jagged Malvern breath with a train of shadows. So if you can keep the text alive and tell us what you're seeing, and it's a good thing what you're seeing. Okay.
The giant clouds.
I don't see the giant clouds.
Oh, sorry.
I want you to tell us what the giant clouds look like in your face. So set it up beforehand. The giant. What do they look like? How giant are they? You know, you're in an aeroplane and you're flying through these clouds. They are extraordinary. So the giant, and that might be expressed with a really great j of giant.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be loud, but
giant clouds.
I'm sorry. Let's do it together.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Little bit of a play in. I don't know how much.
The giant clouds go royally by jagged Malvern with a train of shadows.
Right. Now, with a train of shadows, it's the most extraordinary image, this. I don't think it's ever been said in poetry that I've cut. Well, of course, I don't know everything by, but I can't imagine anyone's talked about a train of shadows following giant clouds. So it's so unusual. So play with it. The giant clouds. Am I on the right note? Clouds go royally by jagged Malvern with a train of shadows. You know, so it's shadows. You play with that lovely word, shadows. And giant clouds go royally by jagged Malvern with a train of shadows. So you've got to be a bit of a word painter here.
Yeah.
You really, and you also have to think what Gurney meant, that it touched him so much that he had to, it's Wilfred Gibson, isn't it, the poetry?
Harvey.
Harvey
Yeah.
Gibson, Wilfred, yes, sorry. Well, Harvey Gibson, yes, so, what are the right words there? Yeah. Right, so just whenever you have these adjectives, just give them more energy and more expression.
Okay.
And don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid.
Okay.
See it.
The giant clouds go royally
Great.
by jagged Malvern with a train of shadows.
It's a good thing that you've just seen. It's a good thing. And here's another good thing. Wonderful thing.
Where the land is low, like a huge imprisoning oak.
Enjoy. That's how wonderful it makes you feel, that lovely piano. Sorry to interrupt, Paul. That wonderful moment in the piano is one of those moments. So you as the singer, it's your job to be involved in the piano music as well, not just to let him or her play that, but it's part of your experience.
Yeah. I kind of feel like it comes back in, it's almost as him coming back into reality, like he's been in this place. He's been in his mind's eye of the Cotswolds. And he just comes back. This is him bringing him back to reality, the life in the trenches, because he says, I hear a heart, I hear a heart within me cry, I'm homesick.
But he's,
so
where is he when he's singing this? He's in the trench.
Yeah.
But in order to offer himself a moment or a chance to get over the top, or he always used to recite the 23rd Psalm in order just to get him over the edge of the trench. And writing this poetry like by a beerside, you didn't write the poetry by a beerside, but writing the song by a beerside, gave him this chance to carry on. So your duty as a singer of this song is to give us his experience. So the giant clouds go royally by, where the land is low, because you're on a hill looking down, giant O. Land is low like a huge imprisoning O. And you have to, this is what made him alive. This is what kept him alive. So give us the image. I think you need to work with the mirror, Huw.
Yep.
I think you need to, and friends, to tell you what your face is doing. Because I know that you're mentally thinking the right thought. You're very, very intelligent. But your face is not responding to what's going on in your brain.
Right.
So, story of my
It
life.
really does, don't worry.
So I think it'd be very valuable if you had a friend who said, no, I don't believe you. I don't see the mountain. Show me the mountain again. Just things like that. Bore someone to death with that. But actually, it's really useful. And the mirror is also very useful. And don't do what I did at the Royal College when I had lessons. I used to look away whenever I came to a high note. I knew it was always going to be dreadful, so why I can't meet my face when I looked in the mirror. Look in the mirror. So actually, it's a very difficult thing to look in the mirror, but I urge everyone to do it because it's the most honest reflection. And charge yourself with, say, I will express the joy of these 2 sentences. Because the opening and the closing phrase will mean nothing if you haven't taken us on a journey.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's carry on.
Yeah. Where the land is
Good thing.
like a huge imprisoning oak.
Good thing. Keep going. This is a wonderful thing. Yes?
I hear a heart that sound and high. I hear the heart within me cry. I'm homesick for my hills again.
It's a good note, that. Oh, we mezzos and baritones, or tenors, whoever, we love a homesick. Unfortunately, if you do that, if any of us do that, not just you, we won't get through to that nasty. This catches you out, this song. One out, I find. So can we try that? And actually, you've got more expression in getting the H out. I'm homesick for not, I'm home, but I'm homesick. I'm homesick is what you'd say, isn't it? When you say, I'm homesick, you'd say, I'm homesick, Mum, I'm homesick. So actually, the vowel isn't important.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Same place? Yeah. Yeah. I hear a heart that sound and high. I hear the heart within me cry. I'm homesick for my hills.
But this is the most wonderful alliteration, this sentence. It's all about the H.
Yeah.
So let's have them.
Yeah.
And get off the vowel.
Yeah.
Force yourself onto the M.
Through that? Can you force me through that? Is that all right?
No. Come on, stand on your toe if you do it.
Yeah, all right.
H. All the H's.
I hear, yeah, okay. I hear a heart that sound and high. I hear the heart within me cry. I'm homesick for my hills again. My hills again. Cotswold or Malvern, sun or rain.
Right, I'm going to stop there because that, again, is joy. I'll take it any way it comes, sun or rain, storms. You love to walk in the rain, in the torrential rain. Sun or rain. Try to smile there.
Okay.
It's a good thing.
Right.
This song is filled with good things, which is why the payoff at the end is so bittersweet, because he hasn't got the good thing. He's got the, well, I won't say it, he's got the horror. So, you have to show us the good things, and that means with your face.
Okay, I just always thought of that as being fairly...
Desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is desperate,
Longing.
but let us, the audience, be the judge of that.
Okay.
If it's too desperate, this whole song, then you miss the joy. And because you are 70% sad desperation and 30% joy, that's the wrong balance for this song. I think it should be... I think it should be 60-40 joy, 40% melancholy, and let the piano and the harmonies do the work. It's like By a Beerside.
Yeah.
If that song becomes a rage, then you lose the beauty of the imagery, of the light and the sunlight in that extraordinary song. So it's very important that you show us moments where you're not frustrated, and that you, the singer. Cotswold or Malvern, I'll take it any way it comes. sun or rain, but not crossed brows for that one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't think you know you're doing it, and that's why I think a mirror is vital.
Oh, I do know I'm doing it, yeah.
You do know you're doing it.
Yeah.
And by the way, most people do it,
Yeah.
so it's not you,
Okay.
just you.
Yeah.
Cotswold or Malvern,
Cotswold or Malvern, sun or rain.
like that.
My hills again.
Lovely. I think you should try and leave the audience with some hope
Okay.
at the end. You might get home, looking unlikely, but my hills again, and share that thought with the audience. I need to be there. Don't you see that? My hills again. But if you do my hills again, then you're cutting everybody off from your experience. There are times to look down at the floor, but not, I think, for such a long period of time.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I remember John Copley gets very upset watching singers stare at the floor. He says, "What's down here?" So I know that you are doing it for artistic reasons rather than the fact that you don't know what to do with your face, because you clearly do. But just share that last thought with the audience.
Sure.
But keep it, as you say, contained and inward.
Yeah. My hills again.
Lovely. I suggest that where is that hairpin crescendo? Is it on the word g of gen, or is it after?
It's just after, I think. I put it just after. I don't know if it is after or...
It's not. I don't think you should do it.
Right?
Nah.
Okay.
I think we're distracted by it. If anything, go towards, I'm sorry, I'm cribbing off Ben Luxon here, because he goes, my hills again. And just by double stopping the G, we get, and why not copy him, for goodness sake, is what I say. We get that feeling of again, rather than again, and a vocal expression which seems to have no value, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Might be in yours, but not mine. Would you mind my hills, please?
My hills again.
Right, that's lovely. That's better without. But the value of doing a double stop on the word again, it means... The value of a double stop means you can do something with that line. It's a bit static, that line. It needs something.
Yeah, okay.
And I can see why you wanted to put that in. But, would you just play it for me, please? You've got my here, you've got the H, the H to take up at least the quaver. You've got the double L of hills. Hills again. So don't make it a long line about the voice there. Make it about the words. I love the way you did my, that was lovely. My hills again. That way you'll get it across to everybody that they mean everything to you.
Okay.
And they did,
Yeah.
to him. What else have you brought? That was beautiful.
Thanks. Just some Joshua.
Yes,
Just some Joshua.
Joshua.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Oh, God. Sorry, but I think that was useful. I hope that was useful. Yeah?
Thank you, yeah.
No, but I love the fact that you've already got a super interpretation of that. Hmm.
Should we try to rest it a bit first?
Yeah, oh. Oh, I've got the rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the rest is more interesting to me than the aria.
Okay.
The walls are levell'd. Pour the chosen bands with hostile gore. Imbrue your thirsty hands. Set palaces and temples in a blaze. Sap the foundations and the bulwarks raise. But oh, remember in the bloody strife to spare the hospitable Rahab's life.
Great. I don't have this text, but it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Bloody, don't sing that.
Okay.
Bloody. Say the text to me. Would you say it
Yep.
to me? I'm going to go over here.
Okay.
Say it.
The walls are levelled. Pour the chosen bands with hostile gore. Imbrue your thirsty hands. Set palaces and temples in a blaze. Sap the foundations and the bulwarks raise. But oh, remember in the bloody strife to spare the hospitable Rahab's life.
Right. It's funny, isn't it? Hospitable. That's a very strange word set. Very strange words set to music.
Quite ironic, I think.
Yes. I think it's very important that you make a difference between the two. Here you have the pronouncement, and then the second one is the warning. So can we have a difference there between the two and step it up a bit?
Yeah.
Or not. But either way, make a difference.
Sure. So from...
Just the beginning,
Okay.
please.
The walls are levelled. Pour the chosen bands with hostile gore. Imbrue your thirsty hands.
I think you should breathe after bands. Do you mind? Bands. With hostile gore, imbrue thy thirsty hands.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
the meaning.
Yeah.
The walls are levelled. Pour the chosen bands with hostile gore. Imbrue your thirsty hands. Set palaces and temples in a blaze. Sap the foundations and the bulwarks raise. But oh, remember in the bloody strife to spare the hospitable Rahab's life.
Strange way he said that, isn't it? Hospitable Rahab's life. God, difficult to get across. So you have to work very hard to help everybody understand what that means, even if it's our own English language. It's not always straightforward. 1 minute, Nick. I need more text. You have to imagine you're in St. Paul's Cathedral or somewhere, and you have to tell us what you mean by this. Not just what's on the page, but what you mean.
Yeah. Okay.
The walls are levelled. Pour the chosen bands with hostile gore. Imbrue your thirsty hands. Set palaces and temples in a blaze. Sap the foundations and the bulwarks raise. Bulwarks raise. I would do a r on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah? Can you do that? Yeah.
The walls are levelled. Pour the chosen bands
Breath.
with hostile gore. Imbrue your thirsty hands. Set palaces and temples in a blaze. Sap the foundations and the bulwarks raise.
Great. Pause.
But oh, remember in the bloody strife to spare the hospitable Rahab's life.
Great. Very important in Recit, everybody who's singing Recit, to say it, just like we did here. Because there we have a true understanding of what the word is like when we say it. It's kind of different in the text, because the composer, whose first language was not English, would have had a different way, perhaps, of setting it, which is not entirely helpful. I've come across the strangest things. but you have to go with it. You can't change it, but it's our job to make it intelligible to everybody. For example, don't try and sing bloody strife, but bloody strife. You were saying, remember in the bloody strife to spare the hospitable Rahab's wife. You see, we'd say hospitable. Mm-hmm. He goes, the hospitable nightmare. Nightmare. Anyway, can we just go sing for me, but oh, remember in the bloody strife, and sing it like that, as if you were saying it.
But oh, remember in the bloody strife to spare the hospitable Rahab's life.
In fact, I would go, to spare the hospitable Rahab's wife. Don't do a thing. Wife. I don't like that for life, sorry. But Freudian slip. To spare the hospitable.
Yeah. Okay.
Make her likeable.
But oh, or to spare?
But oh,
Okay.
and I would rather you breathed after but
Okay.
oh, because it's okay, but oh, remember.
Yeah, okay.
But oh, remember.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry. but oh, remember.
Keep the energy going.
Yeah, remember.
But oh, remember in the bloody strife to spare the hospitable Rahab's life.
The hospitable. Is that right? Hospitable. I can't even sing it. Hospitable Rahab's. Hospitable Rahab's life.
Yeah.
Hospitable Rahab. Because if we don't get it clear, there's no chance anybody else has.
Okay.
All right, that's that. Thank you.